Hi everyone, it's Tom from MonTac here. Today we'll be looking at the Vigilante deck. This deck is mainly focused on reducing enemy monsters to 0 and having their specialties removed. So here we go, we've got the synergies for the Vigilantes. We've got the Apex here, the Overlord Vigilante Darius. We have a Sentry Sword from the Dark Planet. Now it's not a Vigilante one, but it's still an incredibly great card for this deck to be used. Null Factor Vigilante Darius. Great for removing specialties and reduces all enemy monsters' power to 0. Barbarian Vigilante Bedrocks can reach 16,000 in one turn. Great power card for them. And we have 2 of them. Because the timer is more than 3, we can have 2 of them in this deck. Now let's get to the monsters. Junior Vigilante Dan times 2. Blaster Vigilante Jared times 2. Shadow Vigilante just the 1. Blocker Vigilante Gareth times 2. Medicine Angel Elizabeth for those health points. Quick Study Vigilante Dylan times 2. Veteran Vigilante Ben times 2. A MonTac Vigilante just for removing those specialties. And 2 copies of Shining Beacon Vigilante Darius. The main class 6 of the deck. And with that, let's get to the tacticals. Now today, I know that you're wondering, why am I going through all these Vigilantes? Well, the point is, I have been doing a bunch of videos recently about deck building. So today I thought it would be great if I could show you the actual process itself. So taking the cards, finding out what doesn't work, and basically patching up the holes in the deck. So you got Lucky 135, Mutation Pit, a Shield Breaker Burst Dragon Sword, it's a Tacticalism card here. Synergy Predicament Reflector, very good for getting rid of synergies. Placement Shutdown, can limit your enemy's options. You got an Incomplete Synergy, which would be a great card and get your Apexes out a lot quicker. Flower of the Ancients, it's a great anti-Elder card. Just one of the best cards currently in the game. Fatal Connection. Jailer of the Dark Planet, we got 2 of those, so that works with that Sentry Swordsman of the Dark Planet. I'll just grab that real quick. So they actually work together very well. And we got What the Guilty See times 2, that can reduce any attacking monster to 0. Rage Release times the power of your monster by 4, and on your enemy's next turn, that monster's power goes to 0. Vigilante Casualty, which allows you to play a Vigilante from your Perish pile or deck once a Vigilante that perished goes away. So, what cards do I not want in this deck? Well, Lucky 135 is a great card, but frankly there are a lot of cards that can do better than it, and this deck doesn't struggle too badly with bricking, so it's really a pointless card and it usually just gets left in your hand. We've got a Mutation Pit, which is a great card for mutated decks, but you do need to roll a 6 for it if you're not going to be a mutated deck. It does one-shot an enemy monster, but it's just so hard to use, especially in just a non-mutated deck, so that one will probably be gone. We've got a Shield Breaker Burst Dragon Sword. Again, great card, but the changes I'm going to be making, this requires a synergy with a timer of 2 or more, and there won't be that many after the change is made, so it's going to become pretty irrelevant. Synergy Predicament Reflector, another great card, but it does require you to lose a synergy first to activate it, so that will be going. And Placement Shutdown. While it does limit your enemy from attacking with 3 monsters for a period, it doesn't really contribute much more than that. And these are the cards we're keeping because they're just incredibly good. Now the cards I'll be replacing. We have a bunch of options here. We have 7 options here for replacing those tacticals. We actually have 8 because the Vigilante deck at the moment has 15 monsters and 15 tacticals. So we've actually going to increase its monsters to 16 while bringing down its tacticals to 14. So that's why I'm going to be adding in this Forgotten Angel Zachariah. And then out of these 7 cards, I get to pick, I'll probably pick about 4 of them to swap out with the cards currently in the Vigilante deck, just to beef it up with a bit more power and just to make the game play a little bit smoother. So we're going to add a Star Hand, because this will give you 5 cards from the deck with basically no cost. All it does is give your enemy a bit of health points there. We're going to add a Lady Luck, because this makes it easier. When you roll a die, you can change it to a 6, so you can play any monster you like, so that's incredibly great. We've also got a Fatal Connection here, so that'll give us 2, which will be just an incredible trap to put it, an incredible tactical to use to trap the enemy. And I'm not sure, I think we'll probably go with an Outcast Axe, just because it's a 1600 power up, and it's just overall very good and very versatile. So now what happens? I've picked out the cards I want. Now I got to change the sleeves and then put it all back together. So I'll just speed through this real quick. Right, so now I have just re-sleeved them now, so now they're in all the same white sleeve. So now we can put that into the deck. I'll move these other extra options to the side. So now I move that into the deck will be increased in power because of the Outcast Axe. I have a Fatal Connection, which is a great card because it's selected class 3U command, and when it perishes you can select an enemy monster and it will perish as well. So it's a great little hidden tactical that can really damage your enemy. I'll add this class 6 Zachariah onto the deck. So this will increase the monsters to 16 and the tacticals will go down to 14. Now another thing I will be changing, and you might be wondering, what is this card at the back here? Well, this card is Medieval Westerner Clytus. Now this is where it comes in and you want to be focusing on consistency. This is an Elder card, so it's a new type that's added to the MonTac game, and what this will do is basically to play it, you'll send a red diamond tactical from your deck to your perish pile, and when it's played you can add any card from your deck to your hand, and then from there you can then play a monster from your hand regardless of its class. So I'll be replacing a Barbarian Vigilante Barox with this Medieval Westerner Clytus. The reason is we already have another Barox, and this Clytus will just really help the deck be constantly on its game. So I'll just quickly do that now. I always keep the cards in sleeves this way that none of them get damaged. Right, so now we have all the synergies sorted, and that includes this Elder monster. Now Elders are not synergies, but they are quite powerful nonetheless. So now what we're going to do is we have our Apex monster for delivering heavy damage, Sentry Swordsman of the Dark Planet for being a massive beat stick. We've got Null Factor Vigilante to remove specialties and reduce high impact monsters to 0. We've got our Barbarian Vigilante to act as a utility where it increases its power to 16,000, or it can stay as a timer of 4 and last 4 turns. We also have this Medieval Westerner Clytus, which will now increase and make our deck reliable. So you might be wondering, well, you've done all these plays, now what's actually going to change? Like, you've just done all this, show me what's actually going to happen. Don't just show me what you've added, show me why this is a good idea. Well, I'm about to. So this is the deck. You've got your little asset pile over here, just over there off screen. So let's draw some 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I only just lightly shuffle them, so you'll notice I only have 1 monster in hand. But that's completely fine, because at the start of your turn you get to shuffle as many as you like back. So I'll shuffle this, I think I'll shuffle nothing back. Now you're wondering, why would you do that? Well, that's because this deck has now increased in its reliability. I'll show you. So I'll start my turn, and so let's just say I roll, let's grab this roll here. It is a 4, so I've got a 4 to work with now. So, starting off the turn, I'm going to activate my Elder's specialty, my Elder's cost, by sending a red diamond tactical from my deck to the perish pile, which shall be my Flower of the Ancients. It's a red diamond, as you can see. I can now bring out this Elder, the Medieval Westerner Clytus. Now that Clytus is in play, I'll just put it in the tactical spot here just so you can see a little better. Just want to double check what it does. When it's played, I can add a card from the deck to my hand. And the card added shall be the card Star Hand. Now that Star Hand is in play and added to my hand, I can play it. And what Star Hand will do is I can add up to 5 cards from the deck to my hand. For every card added, my enemy gains a health point. So I'll activate it. and 5, so I'll add this Incomplete Synergy, it's a great card. I'll add my Class 6, which is what I need. I'll add this Fatal Connection, because this will get rid of those pesky enemy monsters. And I think I'll add a Lady Luck, just in case I roll low in the future. And I'll add a Medicine Angel Elizabeth. So now I've added those 5 cards, and with that, every single time I start a game, I will constantly get these 5 cards, because of this new Elder I have added. From there, I've rolled a 4. I can play a monster regardless of its class. I can activate Shining Beacon Vigilante Darius, which will be my Class 6 now. And I've rolled a 4, so it can be played regardless of its class due to his specialty. But I've rolled a 4, so I can also play Medicine Angel Elizabeth as a monster. Now I'll gain a health point for every synergy in my asset pile, and I currently have 4 now, just because I just used that Clytus. It's for every card in my asset pile, actually. So I'll go up 4 health points. Now my enemy will gain 5, which just puts us at a 1 health point deficit, but instead of having only 5 cards in hand, I currently have 8 with a full field of monsters. Just including this one as well. Well, everyone, just wanted to show you that. Please give a like to the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more MonTac TCG content. Follow us on Instagram at MonTac Cards. Have a great day. This has been Tom.